Hey, good evening, everyone. So this is the miter gauge that comes with the Warrior Saw. And you put it in the slot, and it rattles. So I don't think this is going to be very accurate. Plus, it's a little short to be used with a sled. So I had an idea to create a 3D printed rail. So this is what I came up with. It has screw holes that come up from underneath so you can mount a sled to it. So it fits in there. It moves freely back and forth, but it doesn't rattle. Not only does it fit the bottom piece of the track, it fits the top piece of the track. And this is as close as I could possibly get it, and it still work. Anything, if I got any tighter, it bound up. So this will go back and forth. Now I printed a 200 millimeter piece. These are PLA. PLA isn't the hardest plastic you can use, but they can also be printed out of PETG. And PETG is a lot harder than PLA. So I could have two of these, one here and one here, put a sled down on top of it, and I'd be okay. And it's slightly under the top of the table, and I mean slightly, like 0.1 millimeters. I could just as easily make one that's above it, a millimeter. You know, and the possibilities are endless because in the CAD program, you can just change the dimensions. So this is probably the best route to go to get something that fits these slots. I looked everywhere. I could not find anything that size. It was actually kind of funny how I created it. I took the Harbor Freight digital calipers and measured this. The distance here, the height, the distance across the top, the height from this level to this level, and I made a perfect CAD model of this. And I printed it and came out here, and it was just as loose as that one. Well, that's not a big surprise, but I had to have a starting point. So when I put it in here, I figured out that I needed to increase the depth of the bottom width by 0.9 millimeters. So I increased that, and it became what I think is a perfect fit. The only problem with this is you're limited by how big your printer is when you print it. Like I said, I can do about 400. 400 would be double this. I think that's probably a good size. So that works pretty good. I'm liking that. Let me go print some more of them, and I'll get one on each side, and we'll try to make a sled out of them. And we could also make a miter gauge that doesn't rattle. The only problem is getting the bolts in there and attaching to something, but that's no different than any other miter slot that you have. I'm very happy with this. I thought it turned out pretty great. When I experiment, I used the very last of a roll of filament, and this just happened to be yellow shiny, happened to be what I had. If you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.